been wondering what you're meant to be doing with this totem stand in AVOWED at your encampment? Well, you can find specific pieces that once assembled together will give you a big bunch of buffs. Each region will have one of these, so you can choose and activate what set of buffs you want at any one time. I'm going to show you how to find all pieces today. Let's go. So any one piece will activate the quest, but the first one you might run into is at the lighthouse. Can't miss it, it's to the southwest, just outside Claviger's Landing. Make your way up, and about halfway you should see a little opening inside the lighthouse itself, and this will be one of the pieces that you need. These are the plaque of promises. But as said, you can pick up any other pieces and it should trigger exactly the same quest, God Totems. It doesn't explicitly show you or tell you where they are, but you can go and buy certain maps from traders in the rest of the Dawnshore area if you really want to do it that way. But hey, I'm going to save you some gold. Maybe more importantly is to go and get the base piece first. It's all the way in the northeast corner at the actual temple of Woedica, and that's the piece, the god pieces we're trying to find. You can go ahead and talk to the guard soldier here protecting this area. There's not really too much dangers unless you go off the beaten track. Make your way through the heart of it and you should find the scales of the Oathbinder. With this really important piece, now if you come across some of the others, if you just want to naturally explore, you will be able to activate them abilities rather than having to wait until you've got this one. That's what happened to me. I found actually 5 of the pieces before I found this. Anywho, once you got it, return, set up a camp and then go ahead and place it. Next up we need the scales. They're on the stairway that leads up to Paradis Hightown, literally directly north opposite the market district. What you'll find is a door that's barred, so we have to find another way inside this room that will have some ghostly spectres to take care of. And there's 2 ways, but the quickest is by going up the stairs towards the exit and then actually just jumping on top of these flower beds. And then you've guessed it, hug along the side and you'll be able to reach a small balcony. This balcony will have some stuff on it, a loot chest and maybe a few bits more. Otherwise you do see another little landing that you can come and jump on. That's from pretty much the apothecary area, and there's a few other little chests and stuff that if you want to go and explore that you can, but this is the quickest way. And then simply you'll find a spider web blocking the way into the room below. As said, there will be a bunch of phantoms in here, but they're relatively easy to take on. And then the crucial part, don't miss the actual scales here. Next up we're heading north to Pargrun's cache. It's literally just to the east of the encampment that you have to set up, or you can set up once you've gone and defeated the very first Dream Scourge bear. And that's basically find the ambassador questline, which of course is the first quest that you pick up once you land in Dawnshore pretty much. Now this cache area is basically a little mini ruins and you can only get through it, I've found so far, by blowing up a certain wall. Can't really miss it, it's literally just opposite the bridge that connects the actual campsite over to this part where the cache is, and then yeah, go ahead and shoot the barrels and blow the wall up. There's some other few bits of important loot maybe to go and check out, so I'll leave you to your own devices, avoiding the traps and taking care of a few skeletons. Shouldn't be too taxing, there's about 4 of them I think. So if you climb to the top where the doorway is blocked off by all the roots and actually head along the right hand side, you should see another entranceway covered in these big thick tree roots. Keep going down it and then another wall to break through, this time use your own grenade. I've done some big guides taking a look at all different armour pieces and weapons you can get, the unique stuff in AVOWED, so make sure you go and watch them if you want to know more info about this particular set of boots and more. But it's basically very good for carry weight. Make your way up, climbing the platforms, and then just outside the ruins area you'll find a bird's nest, a bit of a jump across, and you've picked up another part of the scales. Slightly harder one to get now, we're going to be going over to Castle's Folly, which is an island to the southeast filled with smugglers. It's literally just outside the shanty town and some of the Paradis area. And there is a quest line and stuff, so these pieces are generally always near something that you probably go to anyway, but yeah, a good side quest involving talking to some smugglers about something special. Now before you get to the main honcho to go and maybe bargain with, you will need to take care of some of these underlings. Otherwise you could absolutely go down the stealthy route if you really just want to get this totem and not maybe mess around with anything else. But anyway, I digress. Once you've cleared out the first small area of them, you'll come up to another section where you'll find these dudes in hats shooting at you. And then hug the cliffs on the left hand side, facing back towards the mainland. You should see a little cliff and a little jump. And the next piece that you need will be here just on the actual edge. and is the exact location of the Flame of Oaths if you really want to run straight there. I do recommend you finish the rest of this area though. You will be able to pick up a special weapon if you climb all the way to the top. Just slightly east outside Paradis right here, just above Usher's Hand, there's a hill with some skeletons, but we want to take the actual cave route first. So we're going to actually just jump straight into the water here and swim through. Or optionally, that grate you can see above, you should be able to break that if you go up to the top of the hill. As said, there will be some skeletons and you'll pick up the golden plaque of oaths. And then finally, if you head to Hightown Paradis, you'll need to go over to Sansa's store. Again, you have a little mini side quest with him if you really want to follow that as well. But otherwise, go through to his back room and it should be sitting there on the table. For some reason, if it's not, double check that you've maybe got to do the side quest for him that he basically asks you to do, which is find one of his missing cartographers in the first part of Paradis. You actually come across him much earlier when he's not in his shop. I don't think that's a requirement, but just in case, it's not there. Each piece will give you a specific buff. Swift Orders reducing your companion's cooldown by 15%. Symphony for the damned, critical hits deal high fire accumulation. Noblesse Oblige, reviving a companion, grants rapid health and essence regeneration. Then you've got the power command, activating a companion ability, increases your damage for 5 seconds. The Queen's Burden gives you 2 intellect and 2 resolve. And the Second Wind casts Ring of Fire. The way that I found these, it was a bit hard to really detail what piece does each actual buff. But I do know the Broken Crown Jewel, the Scales of Justice and the Golden Flames will give you these 3 buffs. Basically the one centered around your companion, reviving him, giving you extra health and essence, increasing damage for 5 seconds, and one that gives you the 2 intellect and 2 resolve. So it looks like there's 3 more of these, so 4 total to go and find, giving you a unique set of buffs each time and 1 for each region. So of course, once I find the rest, I'll do a guide on a follow-up showing you all. If you want to see me actually find all these pieces naturally, you can go check out my Let's Play on my other channel, Jade PG Crafted, to see how my adventures have unfolded doing all this. Until next time, Ratbags, I'll see you for more guides. Laters.